Sir, I'm sorry to say, sir, all the demands, 10 demands, were not tabled yesterday. And last night at 12 o'clock, I received these demands, set of all the demands at my residence. Sir, isn't it very sad that without demands being tabled and without the members going into the details and having a proper study, how can we come and participate in this demand, sir? Sir, it is very sad. This is a very important thing, and I hope next time it will be made sure that the demands are tabled. Because to have a healthy discussion, we need to have a proper study. Like all these times I'm trying to just study, and I think for the first time I have come without really going into the details, superficial information, whatever I have, I'm trying to just gather them and put it across, and hoping that I would get some replies. So starting with school education, sir. Education Minister Sahiba has pointed out in the note of demand and the outcome budget for the school education for the financial year, for the year 2022-23, that a new scheme, Mana Uru Mana Badi, in rural areas and a Mana Basti Mana Badi in urban areas has been launched. She has also explained that to develop the government schools across the state, the scheme has been formulated with an outlay of 7,289 crores. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, in the first phase, a mandal is taken as a unit and 12 different types of works are being taken up in 9,123 schools with an outlay of 3,497 crores. I may recall here that the Finance Minister Saab in the state budget for the year 2021 and 2022 has announced the introduction of a new scheme for education with an outlay of rupees 4,000 crores and a budgetary provision of rupees 2,000 crores were made in the year 2021 and 22 for providing basic facilities in all the government schools on a large scale. Sir, under the scheme, the government would take up construction of new buildings for schools located in rental premises, repair of school building and provision of necessary furniture, toilets, other facilities, including use of digital technology in the classroom. I do not know how the same scheme can be launched twice, in the current year as well as in the next year. Sir, I can say that unnamed scheme of 2021 is now named as Mana Uru Mana Badi, and it has been launched by the Honorable Chief Minister Saab in Vanpatri earlier this week, sir. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, in the current year itself, the government has decided to allocate rupees 2 crores each from CDP funds of rupees 5 crores for this scheme. The contribution of CDP funds by the legislatures, thus 160 legislatures, thus comes to rupees 320 crores. I would request that in the 16 mandals in Hyderabad district, all the government schools should be taken up in a first phase itself, as these schools are in very bad shape and lack of basic amenities. And when I make this demand, I have also heard Honorable Education Minister Sahiba saying that the enrollment in government schools have increased. Almost 3 lakh more students have enrolled, when she was speaking. So when the students have increased, so it's obvious that the infrastructure also requires to be increased. The teaching staff also requires to be increased. And the increase is the reason of COVID and post-COVID, I would say. Because of COVID, many people have lost their livelihoods. and because of various other reasons, the economic condition have really come down, and the poor parents were forced to take their students out from the private schools and get them enrolled or get them admitted in the government schools. Sir, when there is one issue which needs to be addressed, sir, what is happening, like I'm giving an example, one child was studying in a private school, and because of the economic distress and economic slowdown and loss of job, the parent of that student was forced to get the student admitted in government school. And when that student is going for an admission in government school or any residential school, there they are asking and demanding for a TC. And the private schools are not giving the TC, saying that first you clear the fees is due, then we will give you the TC. So what is happening is that, sir, in this, it is like we are forcing a child to drop out from studies. This is a very important issue, and I hope that the Ministry of Education will make a note and Honorable Minister will intervene and give clear instructions to all the private schools that if any student wants to discontinue from any private school and taking an admission in government school or residential schools, no TC should be asked. They should directly be admitted in government schools without a TC. This is a very important issue which I am bringing to your notice, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, going further ahead, sir, according to a government survey, as many as 9,997 additional classrooms are required. 8,725 schools have to be provided with compound wall. 9,000 schools need latrine and so on. Sir, now again my question is, when we have prepared this requirement, have we taken into consideration the increased number of enrollment which has come in the government schools? Or these figures are the old strength of the students? This needs to be clarified when Honorable Minister is going to give me a reply, sir. Sir, at the same time, I welcome the announcement made by the taken up in the state government department. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, a total of 91,143 posts are going to be filled across all departments and states, including regularization of services of 11,103 contract and outsourcing employees and direct recruitment to fill up 80,039 vacancies. Sir, over 26,500 vacancies of 91,143 are in the secondary and higher education department. And the figures include 5,500 contract and outsourcing posts and 20,964 direct vacancies. The direct vacancies again include 13,086 in secondary education and 7,878 in higher education department. Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I request the government to ensure that all these vacancies in education department are filled up in a time-bound manner during the course of the next academic year. So the government has also initiated measures to introduce English medium in all government schools and states so that the poor students in these schools get opportunities on par with their counterparts in the private and corporate schools. While welcoming this move, we demand that Urdu should be offered as a second language to all the students whose mother tongue is Urdu, sir. ये बहुत जरूरी बात मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत की तवज्जो हासिल करना चाह रहा हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं कि मेरे उठाए गए इस मसले पर हुकूमत न सिर्फ संजीदगी से गौर करेगी बल्कि
अपने मादरी जबान में तालीम हासिल करने की ख्वाहिश रखने वालों के लिए उनको सेकेंड लैंग्वेज उर्दू देगी। और and sir, after the formation of Telangana state, the number of residential schools for the weakest section has gone up from 298 to 973, including the residential schools open up for the minorities and backward classes. For this, I need to congratulate